Okay, so welcome back. Race number 3 for the Finn European Championships imminently going to get started. 2 great races today. They're going for the third. We are looking forward to seeing how this all pans out. We've had a race win for Giles Scott, a race win for Andy Maloney. But with 84 phenomenal sailors out there, anyone could take it. The world champions, European champions, welcome back. Olympic medalists, they're all out there for the Finn European Championships. Waters of Athens, obviously proving tricky to master. 2 great races today. They're going for the third. Due to losing 2 races yesterday, due to seeing how this all pans out, we had a race win for Giles Scott, a race win for Andy third race, so it scoops up 1 more, but this would be our 3rd and final race. So, not long to the start of this 3rd race. All eyes are peeled on. Anyone could take it. World champions, keeping track of Olympic medalists. Scott. Out there, here we are, the start line that comes into sight. Clear, prominent orange flag of that. Got a big line tag again, a little bit of a bulge towards that pin end, a few boats approaching that end. We saw this happen.
It seems like a leeward start and they're off. There was a small gap in the middle of the starting line. Boats on the leeward side and the windward side seem to have the advantage over the start. It's been a fantastic day here at the Athens Sailing International Center. Yesterday we didn't have any races, but today we've just started the 3rd race. All athletes are hiking as you see them at the moment. Number 1 mark, it's set in 1.1 nautical knots. So we'll have a race for about 70 minutes. After the 2 races, GBR Giles Scott has taken the lead with a 1st and a 3rd. Then New Zealand scored a bullet in the 2nd race, climbing up to 2nd place with 6 points. From Turkey, Alikan Kaynar, its 3rd ranking overall. The fleet is splitting up as we move forwards to the 1st mark. We see the boats climbing from the right side of the fleet, the right side of the area course. I think the battle will be mostly on the left side. As we see, now we go to the live track. We see the boats climbing to the 1st mark. Definitely after the 2 races, everybody is fighting for the left side. So far, boats, the British are looking very strong on the general standing. Still, we have beautiful shots from boats climbing from the right side of the fleet. Finnish guy here. It's been quite a day. The sailors had two fantastic races so far and they're going up from the third one. Live tracking again. We see the fleet. We see the fleet going towards the left side. They're still waiting the header to come on. And we go live here at the Athens International Sailing Center. It's been a glorious day for everybody. We didn't have any wind on the first day, but now we are going to expect to finish the third race in about 40 minutes. The British are looking strong. Giles Scott is in the lead so far. I think he wants to wrap it up with a third good race and come out in first place of the European Championship. This European Championship also gives 4 tickets to the Olympic in Tokyo. 4 nations are fighting to get places to qualify for their nations. Greece has never. It's the first time we were having a European Championship here in Greece after a lot of years. And so far, everybody's saying very good words about the organization of this event. We are back from the fleet, still climbing from the right side. I think the battle is mainly on the left at the moment. Alicon has pushed very far to the left. Edward Wright is climbing up from the middle. Max Salminen the same. I think they have reached the point in the race where they have gotten the left header and they're moving up to the right side of the course. As it stands, first place so far, Giles Scott after 2 races. New Zealand's Andy Maloney is second. Alicon Kane are in third place. Hungarian Zombo Bersic, the World Championship, in fourth place. Nenad Bugarin in fifth place with the Croatians. Josh Jr. from New Zealand, sixth place. So we have 2 New Zealanders in the top 6 already. Facundo Oleza in 7th place. Croatia's Josip Oluhic is in 8th place. Edward Wright in 9th place and Nicolas Heiner in 10th. The Dutch team has chosen to qualify the athlete from this event, so it's a very big fight between Heiner and Postma. So far, Heiner is winning. He's in 10th place overall and Postma 17th. The breeze is still steady at 15 knots. Boats on the left side seem to have the advantage as they climb to the first mark. We are approximately in the middle of the race course. Everyone is really excited here. All the athletes were very happy from the organization, all of these days, measurement and everything. We had a bad luck with the air yesterday, but everything, I think everybody is very happy about today and will be when they come out of the race course. I think we can go back now on the track to see how the boats are climbing. We will briefly have the results on our screen, and we will see how the general standing. This will be after 2 races. We already had 2 races. We have, as we said, Giles Scott in the first place, Andy Maloney from New Zealand in second place, Ali Kankeinar in third, Hungarian Zombor Berset in fourth place, Bugarin from Croatia in fifth, New Zealand Josh Jr. in sixth, Facundo Oleza from Argentina in 7th place, Croatia's 8th place with Oluhits. Edward Wright is coming up strong in 9th place, and Nicholas Heiner in 10th, finishing the top 10 on today's after 2 racing. Also the Brits, as we just found out, have their qualification here on which athlete will represent the country in Tokyo. Giles Scott obviously is a favorite one, but it's a long way and we have 5 more days of sailing ahead. Top 5 places seems to have steady racing so far. I think that today's third race will decide a lot about which countries have the advantage to qualify for Tokyo Olympics. I think now it's the time to watch a little bit the track as we go towards the last 600 meters to the first mark. Giles Scott seems to pushing in the middle. Today's forecast was right on. We didn't have no wind in the morning. We expected to have a sea breeze building up, and so far it's proven right. We have more than 50 knots out on the race course. This European Championship was supposed to happen in Italy, but after the devastation they had, Greece stepped up and took this championship and organized it perfectly up till now. As we said, Great Britain, Netherlands, and Turkey have chosen this event to be part of their qualification for their sailors. You see now the boats climbing up. Some of the athletes didn't go so far in the first 2 races, but maybe the stress of the first day. But I think some of the big names will come out after the second and third day. As we see in the track now, I think those boats that went left at the first beat for the first 500 meters got the left shift tacked and climbed to the right out, looking ahead at the moment. The breeze is quite steady, so you have to expect the puffs and have a 10 degrees bearing on and off. Juan Cardona seems to be ahead in this race. As I said, boat started on the left side and climbed to the right side after the start, had the advantage. Finish trying to reach the last 300 meters. They're climbing up to the first mark. Boats on the right seem to have the advantage. Juan Targona seems to be leading. Tapio Nirko, second place.